Top ASP pro Sally Fitzgibbon surfed the most beautiful waves on the planet. But today, the Australian will be taken out of her comfort zone. She's never surfed a place or felt the cold quite like this.
Wild weather has lashed Nova Scotia overnight. The combination of pelting rain and fierce winds knocked out power across the region. The storm is expected to continue up the coast, with winds gusting up to 130 kilometers an hour.
We heard the storm was coming up the coast and there was decent-sized swells.
Everything's fine while you're in the heated car. Even if the sun's out, you walk outside and you go, oh yeah. But when that wind just cuts through you, it's pretty cold. I hadn't experienced anything like it.
Today I would imagine that it was about -4, and then with the wind chill, quite a bit colder than that. This is legitimately winter temps for us.
The anticipation that was building up, I still had those fears of like, how am I gonna surf? Nothing will prepare you for that feeling of jumping in for the first time and having to duck dive. It was a painful awakening. Could barely paddle into like the first couple.
The ice-cold water combined with sub-zero winds burns on the skin of Sally, who's also showing early signs of hypothermia. The unfamiliar conditions unraveling the ability of one of the top surfers in the world to actually do what she does best.
All of a sudden, I just had no feeling. I was done, my head was throbbing. I think at that point I was broken. I just had to take a minute. I had to close my eyes and put my head on the steering wheel, and I just had to breathe my way through it. Those fears were right there in front of me, like, hey, just give up. Just don't go back out. Just stay in the warm car.
But Sally wouldn't be where she is today if she didn't have the fighting spirit. She's now mentally ready to give it another try.
And then I was like, right, here we go. And I just said, just don't look back, just keep going.
Take me to the ocean by the waterside.
Just paddle out.
By leaving her fears on the shore, Sally is now back in world-class form again.
And then I really found my groove. I felt like I was, surfing like normal, and, I didn't have all these extra baggage weighing me down, like the suits and everything. I was like, this just feels like a day at home. And that's when that mental stamina and that fire in me kicks in, like, nah, you're not giving in.